Hey guys, so last week, if you watched the video that I uploaded, we talked all about structured manicures. I talked about why clients are loving it, why you need to be recommending it, how you should charge for it, and gave you a nice tutorial on 2 different methods that you can use if you wanted to start getting into structured manicure. So if you missed that video, I will leave a link in the description and you can go watch that video. But today, we're gonna shift things over a little bit and we're talking about something that I deeply love and doesn't get much attention from nail techs: pedicures. Yes, you can do structured pedicures as well, or just simply using builder gel in a bottle for other toenail services. So let's talk about today how we can use builder gel in a bottle to not only do a repair, possible extensions, or a full structured pedicure. So let's get into all those details and more right now. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Keisha. I am a licensed nail technician for more than 25 years. I'm a teacher of nail technology program. I'm a content creator. I'm a YouTuber. I'm an entrepreneur with my own nail business. So if you are a nail technician, new or old, a nail enthusiast, or you just like watching this type of content, then this is going to be the channel for you. So don't be afraid to just subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos like this every single week. So what is a structured pedicure exactly? It's gonna kind of be the same thing as a structured manicure, but a little bit different. So a structured pedicure is exactly what it sounds like. It's a pedicure service that goes beyond the basics. So we're using builder gel, usually in a bottle, to create a stronger, more structured nail plate on the toes. So this can mean anything from repairing the big toe, which is a big thing, giving somebody a little bit of an extension using builder gel in a bottle, or sometimes they might need that fully structured pedicure on all the toenails. So instead of just buffing and polishing, we're going to be making those nails more healthier looking and more refined. So I know a lot of you techs out there are watching and you're like, okay, well, I do big toe extensions and I always use acrylic. And girl, I was the same way. 100%. Been doing this many decades now. So I've always used acrylic on the toenails. Preferably, most of my clients don't do a full set. I know that's a big thing, but I can only speak about what I do, and my clients usually have more repairs than full sets when it comes to the toenails. So for years and years, I was always using acrylic on the toenail. And then one day I said, I have this builder gel in a bottle. Let me just use it to kind of get rid of it at that point. And my client loved it. It lasted amazingly. And the thing with builder gel in a bottle is that gel is more flexible. So if somebody, let's say we're in those like fall, spring, where they still might have their foot inside of a shoe, it's not going to be so aggressive as it grows out to hit the top of the shoe, so that it may end up breaking and damaging your client's toenail. Builder gel is more flexible and it'll just bend with it, and if anything, and nothing won't really happen to the nail plate. So I really loved how it held up and how it looked, and honestly, since that day, that has been my go-to for any type of repairs on the toenail. So the feedback that I get from my clients and why they love it, they love that it held their toenail together. It gave them some type of strengthening for the toenail without it being too thick, too aggressive as it grew out. It wasn't so durable. Gel is durable, don't get it wrong, but it's not as durable as acrylic, which is not always a good thing depending on what your needs are. It also creates a nice smooth surface. So if you're using any type of color polish, sometimes gel, most of the time in the bottle, it's going to be like that neutral pink color. So it gives a nice foundation when there isn't nail polish on the toes, or if you need a little bit of a pigmented toenail, if they have a discolored nail and you need like that neutral base of a color before you polish, it kind of creates that layer of foundation as well. It helps them feel more confident when they have toenail issues. You can't have a hot girl summer and you have like all these messed up toes. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work out. You can't be on vacation and one big toe is round and the other is square, or one is really little and one is, people want to look down and not only see their cute sandals and their cute shoes, but they want to see cute toes in these shoes as well. And if you are doing Builder Gel in a bottle and you're using some type of color, it's highly possible that you'll be able to just do that layer and not have to do gel polish at all, depending on the color. So definitely it's gonna last a lot longer than just gel polish, and it's gonna actually speed up your application and your whole pedicure process as well. So when would you offer this service to your clients? The same way that you would anybody else if you were doing any other type of pedicure treatment, enhancement. It's May now, so we're creeping into that sandal summer season. So definitely, honestly, any customer you get that has a nail that is cracked on the side, that is shorter than the other one, that even if it's a little toe or anything like that, if you notice any type of just little repair or anything that could just, you can do to enhance the pedicure and make the overall finished look perfect, they're gonna be for it. I'm just gonna tell you right now, this is that time of year they're gonna say, yeah, go for it, do it. In the winter, they might be like, no, I'm fine, nobody's gonna see my feet, I don't care. Summer, now is the time. So if you are experimenting with offering this service to your clients, or you're not really sure, or you don't even offer pedicures, this is something that you can do as a standalone. So don't be afraid to recommend it when you see that they have a repair. If you just want to do application and polishing and maybe sell them the little kit or something, the buffer, they can do their own little pedicure, but you just make sure the toes are well. However you want to incorporate into your pedicures, this is going to be the season and the time to do it. If you see your clients have toenails that are very thin and weak, and you are even like hesitant to file, or you sometimes toenails can be so thin on the free edge, it's like a little piece of paper and I can't even file because the nail is bending. Those are people that you might want to give a little bit of Builder Gel in a bottle to, and just, you know, a little simple application is just going to help make that toenail again more durable so they can have that longer lasting pedicure look. And as I previously mentioned, anybody that has any type of toe discoloration or something going on with their toenails, this is a nice way, if you're using Builder Gel in a bottle with some type of pigment, to kind of make your clients a little bit happy. And sometimes they're just looking down and seeing nicely colored toes makes them feel a little bit better. So if you notice that, you can offer, even if nothing's wrong with the toenail, maybe it's just a little dark, they're a little bit more pigmented with melanin. We have melanechia in a lot of our African American clients. So just say to them, you know, I'm offering this service if you want to do this, especially if they're doing French. There's a nice foundation to do a nice pink, then I could do French, and they don't have to worry about that darkened, blackened toenail that they might have. So there are going to be 3 ways that you can use Builder Gel in a bottle during any type of pedicure service. One is going to be your nail repair. This is, again, if somebody has a crack on the side of their nail where the crack is too low for you to actually cut it, and you know, by the time it grows out, gel polish won't hold it, it's not magic, and they need a little bit of something to get them through the next 2-3 weeks or something until they book their next pedicure. This is going to be a perfect option for that. If they're missing a corner or an edge or something like that to get that nice square look that everybody loves, that'll be a way that you can kind of offer it for a repair for that. You have little toenails, maybe you need some type of durability for the toenail. Again, if the free edge, as I mentioned before, is a little bit thin or something and they need just a little something, these are all going to fall underneath the category of nail repair, and you can use Builder Gel in a bottle to do those repairs. The second way is going to be a nail extension. So if they need a nail to be longer, so again, a repair just means I'm patching up what you already have. If we need to do any type of extension and I might have to put a nail form on to give you a little boost, that is different. That is what we call a nail extension, and Builder Gel in a bottle is perfect for that. Again, simply just putting on a nail form, building it out with the Builder Gel in a bottle, and you're good to go. Simple, light, easy on the toenails, perfectly great to recommend for your pedicure clients. And lastly, third way we have is a full overlay. So this is me doing a structured pedicure on all toenails. I'm giving you durability on all nails. And this is great if you have those girls that really love to show their feet all summer. Again, now is the time to really pitch that. You're gonna definitely run into the repairs, especially for the big toes, but the full pedicure is something you might wanna actually push them to do, because instead of me repairing and patching up toenails every other pedicure, we might as well just put them on all 10. They grow out, I'm filling it in, doing the pedicure or dry pedicure, and calling it a day, at least for the summer months. And then when summer is done, you can just explain so we can soak it off, we can drill it off, and then you can just give your toenails a break for the winter months. But this is definitely going to be the time when you want to pitch that fully structured pedicure for your clients. So what do we charge? We always have to talk about money. What do we charge for these 3 simple new pedicure additions that we're going to be adding? So one, we have the nail repair. This I would charge anywhere from $5 to $10 a toe. Simple. It's a simple repair. I'm not extending. Do not get it confused. The minute I have to put on a nail form or even a tip or something like that, it's an extension that is different. We're talking just patching up the nails that are already there. We're not giving anything else to the nail. So $5 to $10 more per toe. An extension now, mini extension. So whether I'm giving you a blib of a nail, of a free edge, or I'm giving you a full free edge, I'm giving you a whole toe, whatever you want to call it, any type of extension, that's going to run you about $10 to $15 per toe. Because again, now this is more work. I'm fully have to extend this toe. I has to match the other toes. I have to use a nail form. It's more work. It's more time. It's more product. $10 to $15 per toe. And lastly, we have the fully structured pedicure. So this is going to cost anywhere from $20 to $35 on top of the pedicure service. So again, and I'll leave it like this. A lot of you guys don't do pedicures. So this is something that you can just have. You can have them put their feet on your legs and do the toenail stuff and charge them $35 for the set. Let's work smarter, not harder. So what I would do is at least offer a dry pedicure. Dry pedicures are a game changer. I'll leave a link in the description for my dry pedicure tutorial. Dry pedicure on top of getting the structured pedicure for the toenails. That's how we make our money. So why do you have to work and send her off on her way to go pay another place to get a pedicure when you can just do something for her? Most of the time, it's just gonna involve like a little bit of the scrubbing, a little bit of lotion. You don't have to do all that much when it comes to a dry pedicure, and because what they care about is the toenails. And just keep it all in house, make it easier, make it a nice little combination. But if you don't wanna do that, by all means, you can just offer the structured pedicure for the $20 to $35 additional. So now all these pricings are going to vary. Just say that, depending on your skill, how confident you are. You don't have to offer all of these things. You can offer just the repair. Again, I just did Build-A-Gel repairs. I never did full sets with Build-A-Gel at all. That was just not my thing. I do extensions with it. So I do like it for that aspect. So maybe you want to start there, get familiar with the product. The same thing I said in the manicure video, I'll repeat it back here, and just do what makes you feel comfortable. Once you start working with the product and just doing basic repairs, maybe not even extensions yet, you'll get familiar with the product, and then we can graduate to doing a little extension. Then we can graduate to doing a full set, and just work your way into that. Now, maybe the summer is not going to be it for you, but there are people that care about their toes all year round, so maybe you'll get those full sets later on in the year after the summer. But do what makes you feel comfortable. Charge according to what your clients can afford, your area. When I give you guys these prices, these are suggestions, okay? Never take it and run with it. Charge what you think your clients can afford. If they're already complaining about $30 nails, then most likely they're not going to pay $35 on top of a pedicure price. So think about that when you are doing your pricing for pedicures and other services. And just a pro tip from me to you, if you do have pedicures or you have clients that are complaining about their toenails breaking or their polish not lasting or weak or uneven toenails, offer them this upgrade. This is something that they can benefit from. Take somebody or yourself as a demo just to show what before and after could look like. Most of the time, customers aren't aware of the products and the procedures of what we're actually doing. So they're just going to hear money or time or something, and they're not going to be for it. Let me show you what this pedicure is. Let me explain to you what's going to happen and how this can benefit you. This is a premium feature, so you just always want to make sure, one, you're charging accordingly for it, and you're explaining to them that you're getting a lot of value for this additional cost. Okay, so if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I recently did a nail mail video, and I was showing you guys a new product that I had purchased. So I had just purchased this new Build-A-Gel in a bottle. This is the Retreat collection from Valentino V Pure Beauty, I don't know, whatever they're called today. So this is the collection. So I wanted to try this product out in addition to doing a tutorial for you. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a basic pedicure on my customer, but I'm doing a full set of the structured pedicure just so that you can see this. So in the demo, I'm going to be showing you again how to do a fully structured pedicure. This is something that you want to do before the feet hit the water or during a dry pedicure. We are doing an enhancement now that you have to remember. So the toenails need to be dry. We don't want the toenail to be wet at all. Like the nail plate extends when it is saturated with water. So even if you take that foot out and you're drying it and you're using dehydrator and all that stuff, the nail plate is still extended beyond what we can see with our eyes. So you want to make sure you're doing all the toe stuff first. Then you're just going to simply soak her and then go about the normal pedicure procedure, dry pedicure, wet pedicure, whatever you're going to be doing. But we want to make sure we're doing the toenail stuff first. So let's take a look at that tutorial of how to complete a structured gel pedicure. So to begin, we have everything that I need for this pedicure. So this is going to be the new floral spring summer pedicure. So here I have some wild flower foot soak, pomegranate sugar scrub, lavender leg mask. I have my client nail kit here, which if you've been following me, you know I prepare these for my pedicures. It basically includes a set of gloves, buffer, sanding band, nail file, foot file, and some lint-free wipes. So I just prepare that for all my clients. Everything I need. I need my implements. So we have the nail clipper, nipper, and cuticle pusher. And then my foot file, stainless steel. And then back here, I have my stuff for the builder gel application. So I'm going to be using Valentino's dehydrator, bonder, Born Pretty's base layer, and then I'm going in with the Valentino Builder Gel in a bottle from the new collection. This is their rubber base white chiffon color. I wanted to do white because, again, this is going to be a great opportunity, guys, to offer this to clients that like white. White is super popular in the summer. Nudes are super popular. So get colors that your clients love. And again, this is awesome that they'll be able to have structured pedicures for the whole entire summer. They don't have to worry about polishing. They don't have to worry about it chipping, peeling, and all that stuff as they would with regular pedicure. So this is why I'm really excited to be offering this new structured gel pedicure. And so for this purpose, I'm going to be filming a reel for my customers. So I wanted to use white just to show, you know, the white toe girls, this is what it's going to be. I have 2 towels back here as well. One for the Builder Gel application, because we know we're going to be doing all of this stuff first. We always want to make sure when we're doing any type of enhancements that we are doing the stuff first on the toes before any of the pedicure stuff. So we're going to do all the application, then we're going to get into the pedicure because we want that nail plate nice and dry and everything. We don't want to affect retention or adhesion when doing any type of enhancement when it comes to pedicure services. So I have a towel because I'm probably gonna have a lot of dust in the first part. Then I just want to switch to another towel. And then back here I have another pink towel for after the pedicure. And then I have my basic foot stuff that I use for my pedicures, my foot spray, oil, lotion, all that stuff right here. So all this stuff is linked on my Amazon storefront. Every single thing is linked on my Amazon storefront. So go ahead, and link is always in the description box below. I also have 2 hot towels for paraffin, heating up, optional neck towel, neck pillow if you want to use that for your customers as well. And I also have my water ready because I'm going to be doing her foot stuff first. I do have this a little bit hotter. If you're going to be doing anything or you prepare water ahead, you want to just make sure you have it a little bit hotter than you need it. So by the time they get their foot in the water, then you know, we don't have to worry about it cooling down or anything. The thing I love about this chair is that I set it to be a little bit hotter than I need it to be, and then I just push it closed. And because the seat is kind of covering it, it's basically going to make sure that the water stays pretty warm while I'm doing her feet. So now we're just waiting for my client to get here and we can begin. So this is my client's feet, how she came in. She did have gel polish on prior. It was clearly a little outgrown. She said it's been a minute since she had a pedicure. So let's start by taking that cuticle safety carbide bit and removing all of the polish. I'm just gonna fast forward through a lot of the prep just because you've seen my prep in other previous videos. So I'm just gonna keep the fast forward a little high. while we're prepping the nails, and then I'll slow it down when we get to the actual tutorial. So again, just using that carbide bit to just remove the gel polish. Then I'm going in with my cuticle pusher, and I'm going to push back the cuticle and expose any of that dead skin that you see. So now I'm going in with a super fine regular carbide bit, and I like to do this on feet sometimes, especially when I'm doing a dry pedicure and or if the person has thicker, higher cuticles, because this just kind of helps cut that off quicker than if I would have tried to go in and nip. When you nip in a dry pedicure, it's not as precise as you doing it wet. So I like to go in with that bit to remove anything. And then I'm going to go in with that mini sanding band, and that'll really kind of clean up that whole cuticle area for me. Now I'm going in with a nail clipper, and I'm just going to cut all her toenails down. She wanted them a little bit shorter. This nail right here is a little crooked, and when you have a crooked toenail, the way to kind of fix that situation is to use your nail nipper and cut from underneath. So it curves down onto the skin. You can see that that skin's a little callous and a little hard, so I wanted to kind of clip that away as best as I could, as well as cut the nail down and cut the sidewall more. So you see here, I'm trying to get that dead skin again with my cuticle pusher, and by just cutting it, the nail curves onto the skin, so it's creating kind of a dead skin area, and I didn't want that to affect my polishing. Again, this is something that I have to tackle dry, so when you're doing stuff like this dry, just be very careful because the skin is not as loose from being soaking in water, so you are more likely to actually cut somebody during a dry pedicure when they have a lot of thick skin and all that stuff. So if you have a client that's like that has a lot of toenails that have dead skin and need cutting, dry pedicures aren't going to be the best thing, because soaking that will help you be able to cut that a little bit, or just unless you feel a little bit more comfortable, you can wait. This big toe also, you'll see on the side, it was a little thin. I didn't want to cut her toenail down so much because I knew once we did the builder gel, it was actually going to hold it. But you can see right there, that little corner. I didn't want to lose a corner because I knew, again, the polish was going to cover it. So I just said, let me just file it a little bit and still kind of keep it square. And lastly, cleaning up everything with a cuticle safety bit on all the toes. So I'm going to separate the toenails just so I have a little bit of space. Nothing's going to hit each other. So I like to just put in toe separators even when I'm doing applications. It's just easier that way. So I'm going to begin by going in with a little bit of dehydrator, and then I'm going to prime each nail. First up, we have that little thin layer of base gel. So I'm using the Born Pretty base gel. It is a thicker consistency than the Young Nails base gel that you saw me use in the manicure video. I could have used that. It's just working out of a bottle for pedicures is a lot easier than working out of the pot. So I'm not going to float this. I'm not going to do anything. This is, again, just a simple protective layer that I'm going to just paint onto all the toenails and then cure that. Also, what I want to point out, you'll see me do in this video, which you didn't see me do in the last video, is using a liner brush. Using a liner or some type of detailer brush to just float that product along the side walls and into the cuticle area helps a lot when working with builder gel in a bottle. So you'll see me do that for a couple of these nails. You'll see me do that throughout this video. So working with toenails, you know, a little bit smaller. So we want to just be mindful of the side wall and the cuticle area. So now for application, I'm going to go in different this time. Unlike the structure manicure, we're going to do a slip layer. I mentioned that previously in the other video, but I didn't do it. So a slip layer is basically you're going to paint the nail down. I kind of floated it, but whatever. You're going to paint the nail down, and then you, without curing, you're going to go back in with that bigger bead, and now we're going to float. It actually just creates a little bit more of a like a slip layer. It's kind of in the word, like it gives it a little bit more smoothness when you're kind of floating that product onto it. So because I'm using a colored builder gel, I thought the slip layer will actually help in making that polish look more opaque. And then you'll see me going in with this liner brush and just floating that product to make sure it's to the edge, it's by the cuticle and on the sidewalls. And then I flash cure. I don't give it a full cure until I'm done, but I'm just gonna flash cure each toenail as I'm working, and then I'll fully put her underneath the light for the 2 minutes. This is just so I can kind of speed the process up, and it's a lot more comfortable for her for me to flash cure than for me to do the full cure. So repeating that process, one straight layer down, small bead, second bead, go back in, no cure, and just float that product. And you see it just floats. And because you have a toenail so little, it's you see, boom, 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 lovely. It was very lovely working with this product, I have to say, using this liner brush. This is also Valentino's, by the way, and just floating that product. So the same concept with any brush and working with gel. You do not want to let that brush kind of lose contact as you're floating it. You want to just work it into the sidewalls to the free edge by the cuticle. You can always add more product if needed. You can always wipe and remove with an orange wood stick. Just make sure you clean it off after you are wiping it, and so you have a nice clean look. And then I'm going to flash cure again and repeat this process on all the toenails.
So this was the look after the first coat. I wanted to do a second coat because at this point, I was like, by the time I file, these toes aren't going to be white. It's too thin. I wanted to give myself a little bit of cushion for filing. So I went back in a second time, and this time I'm doing smaller beads, so thinner slip layer, smaller second beads, still floating it, still kind of creating it. So it's going to look thick at the end, but that was intentional because I want to give myself some cushion. So I'm going to repeat that whole process all over again. The slip layer, smaller bead, floating it, flash curing it, and then full curing it at the end on all the toenails. So this was the result after the 2 layers. I went to wipe the tacky layer off of the nails, and I'm just going to file shape them. I use a fine carbide bit to file the tops of the nails and buffed it and did the whole just filing buffing process like normal. So at this point, after you're done buffing and you're doing everything, this is when you would put her foot into the water and then proceed with your pedicure as normal. So that's what we did. We went ahead with the basic pedicure and finished that up. So this was what it looked like after. This was the final result after the pedicure, oiled up and all that stuff.
Okay, so now that tutorial is done, I'm gonna have a full transparency moment with you guys. So I had filmed that prior to filming what I'm filming right now with you. And the intention, my intention, was to use this product solely on the toenails. I wanted it to come out white. I have a lot of white toe customers, so I was very excited to get a white that I can just build on top of the nails, and then my white toenail girls don't have to always paint their nails. There's a lot of other beautiful colors in this collection, which I have yet to try, so hopefully in the coming weeks I'll be able to try them all out. But it did not play out how I wanted to. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was not happy with the result. I loved the tutorial, and I honestly, I didn't wanna not post this video because it was a really good tutorial in showing you how to do a structured pedicure up close and everything, but I wasn't satisfied with the result of the color, and off camera I did have to just paint a little bit of off-white on top of that. I'm very picky. I don't like something, then my customer's not leaving like that. And I knew once she went outside and she looked down at her feet, she would see the little blotchiness. You can possibly see it in the video yourself. So I wasn't really happy with the white in this collection. So now this collection has a lot of other colors. There's a lot of pinks and whatever. It's just, I don't know, and I can't say if you'll be able to use this by itself without a polish. Now, it will provide, again, everything I previously said in this video, a nice foundation if somebody has discolored toenails or whatever. But once you file, you have to be very careful if you want to just kind of let them run with the color of the Builder Gel, because it's almost kind of impossible to file so even and strategically like a machine, and I don't really see that happening. So again, I can't really say or not. I just wanted to let you guys know I was kind of reviewing the product at the same time, and while it did work out well, I just wasn't really happy with the color at the end of the day. If you guys have bought this or any of the other collections from Beauty Pure, then please leave me a comment down below and let me know your opinions before I try out the other ones. I'm definitely excited to try these out. I want to actually move myself to structured manicures because I've been wearing my nails, if you peeped it in the videos, I've been wearing my nails really short lately. I'm on my shorties movement right now, so I want to actually get out of acrylic and go into structured manicure. So I will test these out probably later on myself. But let me know in the comments below if you guys have purchased any one of their Builder Gel in the bottles and how it's working out for you. Do you still need to polish afterwards? Just let me know some tea down below. But at the end of the day, if you aren't offering gel pedicures or structured gel pedicures, structured manicures for that sense, girl, you need to get on it. So again, watch the structured manicure video. The link is down below. And let me know any other comments, questions, or suggestions that you guys have when it comes to doing any type of structured manicure pedicures. Let me know if you want to see a video on how to fill in a structured manicure or a pedicure, because I can definitely go ahead and film that for you as well when one of my customers comes back. But one thing's for sure, once you start doing this on your clients, they will definitely love it, and it will be a go-to thing for you. It's super easy if you take the time to just learn it. So whether you're doing it for hands or for feet, they will love it. You're gonna love it. It's so much easier, especially in the pedicure situation, than doing acrylic for repairs and extensions for the big toenails. So look into it. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.